testing PMC Sidewinder, discontinued for decades. Some shooters swear by it, but is this vintage 22 a forgotten gem, or is it better left in the past? Disappeared years ago, and we're putting it through the same tests as we do modern 22s. Check this out. First lot looks like it has a heavier build. It's more of a tarnished, darker bronze. These, more of a copper plated, a little bit different lube. Going to see if that makes a difference as we run them through the CZ457 and the 1022. Fouling group, 4 shots. Vintage ammo is becoming collectible. But should it be shot or saved? Let's see what PMC Sidewinder 50s can still do after all these years.
0.4 inches, 0.77 MOA. .55 inches. .46 inches, 0.088 MOA.
I can say this at the moment, don't want to jinx it, but well, this is shooting better than any Remington product. Wow, we're going all in this. We're going all in.
0.83 inches. Had it not been for the 2 random flyers in the 9-shot group, we would have had sub-MOA for 7 shots. Despite the 2 flyers, lot 1074 finished up at 0.56 inches.
Folks, just going through these numbers, wow. We'll look at it when we do the velocities. I can, all I'm going to say is, wow. All right, so going on to new lot. We can tell you that the appearance on these bullets had a different finish. Don't know if that's due to environmental or if that's how they are produced, but let's see what we've got here.
.99 inches.
Wow.
0.54 inches. A 9-shot group at 0.68 inches.
As you can see by the pole, we've got a little wind kicking up.
.84 inches on a 9-shot group, with lot 1145 finishing up at 0.76 inches. The big picture with both lots shot through the CZ457.
Hey folks, we're out with PMC Sidewinder 50. Vintage find, what happened to it? Why did it disappear? Was this once CCI Mini-Mag's direct competition? Where would Mini-Mag be today if this was still around? We're going to run through the 1022 and the TX22. You want to check this out. Row 1, target 2. Whoa, where are we at? All right. Well, those are up there. Let's see if we got this dialed in now.
I adjusted the scope after the first 2 shots. A fouling group of 0.93 inches. Really? 0.87 inches. .68 inches.
We'll give this one another try. A little failure to feed. We might have a magazine problem, folks. It's jammed in there somehow. We picked it out. See if we've got a magazine problem or just a round problem. See if we can put this back in there and finish our group of 5.
0.81 inches. .8 inches. 0.99 inches.
PMC Sidewinder 50. Let's go down and check that out.
A group average of 0.85 inches.
We're going with PMC Sidewinder 50.
Through the TX22 and Lone Star Scoundrel suppressor.
Here we go. All right, folks, there you have it. PMC Sidewinder. We'll go back to the garage, take them apart, see what they're made of.
Let's take a look at how these vintage rounds performed. Rated at 1,250 feet per second, time has not taken a toll on these rounds. Through the 1022, we had an average of 1232, only 1% below, a low of 1200 and a high of 1251, all in that close range. CC457 a little better at 1265, 1% above, a low of 1244 and a high of 1287, all great numbers. Through the 5¼ inch barrel of the TX22, we averaged 1066, 15% off the advertised 1250, exactly where we'd expect to see this shorter barrel. The standard deviations and extreme spreads were surprisingly tight, with a low of 8 from the CC457, the 1022 averaging 12.2, and even 13.8 out of the TX22. The extreme spreads showed the variation though. Those occasional flyers were evident in the groups that we saw. We broke down 2 lots of PMC Sidewinder 50s, with lot 1074 on top, 1145 on the bottom. The rim thickness stayed consistent across both lots at thousandths of an inch variation. With weight sorting, we found just shy of 1.1 grain variation, with a grain variation being in the bullet weight itself. The powder remarkably consistent at 0.06 of a grain across the 3 that we sampled, while the case weight just over 1/10 of a grain, with the variation in priming compound. With lot 1145, the minimal rim thickness variation was its best attribute. A total weight variation of nearly 1.5 grains, the bullet weight was 1.13 grains variation. The powder appeared consistent across both lots, with this lot having a 0.11 grain variation. Overall, the biggest variation was in the case and priming compound, with up to a 0.3 of a grain variation. The conclusion? Obviously, there is a huge variation between lots and how they're produced, making a direct correlation to the overall performance you see on paper. So where does this leave PMC Sidewinder? Accuracy was respectable, averaging 0.85 inches from the 1022 and 0.66 inches from the CC457 at 50 yards. Good performance, but not enough to stand out among today's premium high-velocity loads. Velocity, however, was impressive. Factory rated 1,250 feet per second, the 1022 averaged 1,232, while the CC457 exceeded that at 1,265, with an incredible SD of 8. Looking at the build, cartridge and case weights varied as much as 1.1 grains. That production variation likely contributed to the group sizes we saw on target. So what's the verdict? Reliability was solid throughout testing, with just one feeding issue that appeared to be magazine related rather than ammunition related. PMC Sidewinder proved to be a legitimate premium high velocity load in its day. It delivered dependable reliability, impressive velocity, but its production consistency kept it from becoming truly exceptional. Before Mini-Mag dominated the market, Sidewinder deserved a seat at the table. But today's testing also helps explain why Mini-Mag became the benchmark. I want to hear from you. What do you want to see tested next? Until next time, crafty Rimfire 10-7.